In question 8 of this exercise, we have these 7 parts to be solved. In each part, we are given 2 rational numbers and we have to compare them using greater than, less than or equal to symbols. Okay, so in the first part, we have minus 5 by 7 and 2 by 3. These are the 2 rational numbers we have to compare. Now this part is very straightforward because minus 5 by 7 is a negative rational number and 2 by 3 is a positive rational number. So 2 by 3 lies to the right of 0 and minus 5 by 7 lies to the left of 0 on the number line. So we can directly say without any calculation that minus 5 by 7 will be less than 2 by 3. Okay, so that's part 1. Then in part 2, we have to compare minus 4 by 5 and minus 5 by 7. So both of these rational numbers are negative numbers. So let's compare them by converting them to equivalent rational numbers with the same denominator. So the LCM of the denominators 5 and 7, the LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. So let's write both of them as equivalent rational numbers with denominator 35. So minus 4 by 5 will become minus 4 into 7 by 5 into 7. Okay, so this is minus 28 by 35 and minus 5 by 7 will become minus 5 into 5 by 7 into 5 and this is equal to minus 25 by 35. So we have written both the rational numbers with denominator 35 and now if we compare the numerators, we see that minus 28 is smaller than minus 25. It lies to the left of minus 25. So minus 4 by 5 will be less than minus 5 by 7. Okay, so that's part 2. Then in part 3, we have to compare minus 7 by 8 and 14 by minus 16. So minus 7 by 8 is in standard form. Let's reduce 14 by minus 16 also to standard form because both numerator and denominator are even. So let's reduce 14 by minus 16 to standard form. So the HCF of 14 and 16 is 2. So we divide both the numerator and denominator by, what should we divide by? So we should divide by minus 2 because we want the denominator to be positive. So doing this will give us minus 7 by 8. So 14 by 16 is also equal to minus 7 by 8 and this means that these two numbers are actually equal. So we put the equal to sign in the box in part 3. Okay, so that's part 3. Then in part 4 we have to compare minus 8 by 5 and minus 7 by 4. Both of these rational numbers are negative rational numbers. So let's write both of them as equivalent rational numbers with the same denominator. So the denominator in the first rational number is 5 and in the second one is 4. The LCM of 5 and 4 is 20. So let's write both of them as equivalent rational numbers with denominator 20. So minus 8 by 5 can be written as minus 8 into 4 by 5 into 4. So this will be minus 32 by 20. And minus 7 by 4 can be written as minus 7 by 4 and this time we multiply by 5 above and below and this will give us minus 35 by 20. So if we now compare the numerators are minus 32 and minus 35. So minus 35 is less than minus 32. Minus 35 lies to the left of minus 32. In other words, minus 32 is greater than minus 35. So minus 32 by 20 will be greater than minus 35 by 20. In other words, minus 8 by 5 will be greater than minus 7 by 4. So that's part 4. Then in part 5, we have to compare 1 by minus 3 and minus 1 by 4. Both of these are negative rational numbers. So let's write both of them as equivalent rational numbers with the same denominator. So the denominators are minus 3 and 4. The LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So let's write both of them as equivalent rational numbers with the denominator 12. So 1 by minus 3 will become 1 by minus 3 and we multiply above and below by minus 4 because we want plus 12 in the denominator. So this will become minus 4 by 12 and then minus 1 by 4 can be written as minus 1 by 4 and we multiply by 3 above and below. So this will become minus 3 by 12. So if we compare the numerators now, we have minus 4 and minus 3. Minus 4 is less than minus 3. So minus 4 by 12 will be less than minus 3 by 12, or 1 by minus 3 will be less than minus 1 by 4. So that completes part 5. In part 6, we have to compare 5 by minus 11 and minus 5 by 11. Now minus 5 by 11 is already in standard form. So let's write 5 by 11 also in standard form. So 5 by minus 11. So 5 by minus 11, we can multiply above and below by minus 1. So this will give us minus 5 by 11. And this we see is exactly the same as the number on the right hand side. So in this part, we will put the equal to sign in part 6. Okay, so that completes part 6. And then finally in part 7, we have to compare 0 and minus 7 by 6. Now minus 7 by 6 is a negative rational number, so it will lie to the left of 0. In other words, 0 will be greater than minus 7 by 6, and we can say this directly without any calculation. So that completes part 7, and with this we have completed question number 8. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.